Hi, Dion. Thank you for being with us today.
I'm happy to be with you guys.
Yeah, and as you know, we're opening up enrollment into the association again soon. We like to talk to associates who have transitioned into industry, such as yourself, to hear about your experience. Maybe you can start by introducing yourself and the type of company that you transitioned into, as well as your position.
Okay, of course. Hi, everyone. My name is Dian Anggraini. At the moment, I'm starting a new job as a marketing analytics specialist. It's a type of consulting that combines strategy consulting with data science. So it's the ideal job for me, in my opinion. I'm working for a multinational consulting firm located in Dusseldorf, Germany.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing. And you're successful now. You're working with one of the largest consulting firms in the world, if not the largest. I want to rewind though to before you transitioned to when you were having challenges in your job search. What challenges were you facing specifically?
Well, as an Indonesian trying to find jobs in Germany, I know that I have two baggages. First is the language barrier. Even though I've been living in Germany for 5 years and I speak German quite fluently, of course, when you speak more than one foreign language, one is not as good as the other. So I speak and write and understand English really well, but for Germans, I can speak German well, but when it comes to writing letters or writing formal documents, I have very big difficulties, so to say. So that's the first baggage, so the language barrier. And the second one is the fact that I need a company who can sponsor me for visa. So once I reach the 5 years, 6 years time in Germany, I can have this long-term working permit. So it's not tied with the company, but at the moment, I'm not yet reaching that level. So I need a company that is okay with hiring a foreigner, which is you can count the numbers with your two hands kind of things in Germany. So yeah, I know that I have these two baggages, so then I have to leverage something.
And so,
these are the two main challenges that I face.
Perfect. And so you said you had to leverage something because you have these baggages, as you call them. So how did the association, after you joined, how did it help you find your points of leverage? How did it help you get ahead?
So first, I realized that the associates helped me understand my values with my PhD. Not just, now I have a PhD, I have this doctorate title, but what are the transferable skills that I can leverage from the PhD training that I have during the past 4 to 5 years, so to say. Is that first, really understanding my values, and second, being able to communicate those values is very important, because it's one thing to have those skills, it's another thing to be able to communicate those skills and make the people from the other side understand that those skills really exist.
Yes.
So if I don't understand my own values and my own skills, and I don't believe that I have those, I don't think I can leverage that, right? So the associates really helped me to understand that I have those skills. I should believe that I do, and making sure that the other side, like the employer, actually believe that I have those skills. That's first. And second of all, the associations helps me to be able to get out of my comfort zone of the scientific world. Before I joined the associations, I understand the values of networking, but I didn't know where to start. The associations gave me the confidence to really get out there, start breaking the barriers between this academia and industry. I joined conferences not just in scientific world, but also in business world. I didn't have that confidence before, but since I joined the association, so I started going to a finance conference, a consulting conference, a marketing conference, and from there, I get a bunch of people that helps me out during the interview process, during the application process. So I really get valuable inputs from the association.
Fantastic. And, I want to ask you, beyond the material, how did the association help you in terms of the people, the community, the private group? Did you find that helpful? And if so, how?
I find it very helpful because first, I understand that I'm not the only one who are facing challenges. So there is always an answer to every questions that I have. Because if I have a question, I can go to the association and be sure that I was not the first one who experienced that questions, who has that questions, or who experienced that challenge. So there's always an answer within the private group.
Yes.
And second of all, the contact persons or the consultants from the Cheeky Scientist Associations are also very helpful. I have to shout out a name here, especially Catherine. She has been with me from day one. She knew everything about my ups and downs and all my struggles, and I always could come to her with all my worries as well as my success. So it's been a tremendous help. So.
Thank you, and I'll be sure to let her know.
Yes.
My last question for you is a little bit different. You have you come from a very different background. You're working in Germany. One thing we hear a lot in terms of concerns of new members before they join is that they're from a different country. Are these strategies going to help them get hired? Or they have a different background, they want to work in a different country. Do you think the association will help you no matter what your background is in terms of cultural or country or PhD background?
I think so. I believe so because at least that's my experience. Because when I joined the association have some kind of like a blueprint on how to do it. But of course, as a person with a PhD, we also know that there are some playroom here and there that we have to adjust, right? So there is a blueprint for it, but different people experience different things because we meet different people as well. So for me, it was understanding what works in Germany and what doesn't work. In most cases, 80% of the times, the blueprint that the CSA provide works. So it's a very good foundation to start with, because sometimes the hardest part for me was to start. Yes. How to start on networking, on how to start the job search, so to say. Once I start, then I learn, okay, this negotiation trick don't really work in Germany, so then I have to adjust it a little bit,
And did the group help you make those adjustments?
Yes, so the group helps me make those adjustments because then we share stories, right? There's this person who I think he is now based in Frankfurt, and he's shared his experience in doing the networking in Germany and how to approach people, how to do the salary negotiation and such and such. Then I learned, okay, so these are the 3 key points that I have to keep in mind when I do salary negotiations or when I do the interviews or, and so on and so forth. So,
perfect.
Of course, there are adjustments here and there, but the blueprint, the modules that the CSA provide is a very good basis to start with.
Excellent. Thank you for your honest feedback. Really appreciate it. Congratulations again on the new job, and we look forward to watching your continued success, Dian. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I will share the success.